Good morning, everyone. I hope you all are well and good. In our last class, we have completed Climate of India. So, I hope you have already started writing the notes of that lesson. And today, we are going to start the new chapter, that is, fifth chapter. And the name of the lesson is Indian Rivers and Water Resources. So, if you see in your textbook, on the map of India, identify and mark the Himalayas and the Western Ghats. Using the color code, identify the height range in which some of the rivers originate. Using the atlas and the raised relief map, follow the courses of these rivers and locate the direction in which they are flowing. Discuss about 5% of the total water on which it is used for domestic purposes, and yet a large section of population does not have access to the water. 40 million hectares of land in India is flood prone, and an equally large part of the country is also drought prone. What are the causes of this? 70% of our surface water resources are polluted. Why? So these are the general topics which you have to know about the rivers and water resources of our India. So you can also observe this map in your textbook. And the drainage system in India has evolved and adjusted itself with the evaluation of the three physiographic units: the Himalayas, Peninsular Plateau, and the Indo-Gangetic Plain. On the basis of its origin, the drainage system in India can be broadly divided into two categories: the Himalayan rivers and the peninsular rivers. So, the drainage system in India has evolved and adjusted itself into how many types? Three physiographic units. So, what are those three physiographic units? The Himalayas, Peninsular Plateau, and the Indo-Gangetic Plain. So, on the basis of its origin, so this drainage system in India can be broadly again divided into two categories. We have three physiographic units. They are Himalayas, Peninsular Plateau, and Indo-Gangetic Plain. By observing the origin of these three physiographic units, the drainage system in India can be broadly divided into two categories. What are they? The Himalayan rivers and the peninsular rivers. So first we will see about the Himalayan rivers. The Himalayan rivers belong to the three principal systems: the Indus, the Ganga, and the Brahmaputra. These rivers originate from almost the same region within few kilometers of each other and are separated by water divides. They first flow parallelly to the main axis of the mountains. Then they take a sudden bend towards the south, cutting through the massive mountain chain to reach the North Indian plains. In the process, they have carved out deep V shaped valleys. This is well exhibited by the Indus and the Brahmaputra rivers. The Himalayan rivers are perennial. This is because the rivers are supplied on rainfall as well as the melting snow. So, the Himalayan rivers belong to three principal systems. What are they? The Indus, the Ganga, and the Brahmaputra. So, these three rivers, these three principal systems are originated from almost the same region only: the Indus, Ganga, and the Brahmaputra. Only there is a difference of few kilometers of each, but they are actually originated from same place only, but they are separated by water divides. Means when they flow for some place, because of the ups and downs of the land, they get divided. So they first flow parallel to the main axis of the mountains. I told you just now, when the land is up and down, there will be a division of water. So to the main axis of mountain, till the main axis of mountain, they flow parallelly: Indus, Ganga, and Brahmaputra. when after reaching the mountains, they take a sudden bend towards the south, cutting through the massive mountain chain, and they reach to the North Indian plains. So, in this process, they have carved out deep V shaped valleys. About V shaped valleys, we have discussed clearly in your ninth class. So, this is well exhibited by the Indus and the Brahmaputra rivers. And the Himalayan rivers are perennial. Why? It is because the rivers are supplied on rainfall as well as the melting of snow. In Himalayan ranges we have snow. So because of the melting of snow and rainfall, these Himalayan rivers are perennial. Next is the Indus system. The Indus system originates in the northern slopes of the Kailash range in Tibet near Lake Manasarovar. It flows a northwesterly course through Tibet. It enters Indian territory in Jammu and Kashmir. The main tributaries of Indus in India are Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Beas, and Satluj. They cover Jammu and Kashmir, Punjab, and Himachal Pradesh states of India. So, where this Indus has originated, it is originated in the northern slopes of the Kailash range, which is in Tibet near Lake Manasarovar. So, what will happen? It flows a northwesterly course through Tibet and it enters Indian territory in Jammu and Kashmir. And the main tributaries of Indus in India are Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Beas, and Satluj. So they cover these main tributaries of Indus. They cover the whole Jammu and Kashmir, Punjab, and Himachal states of India. The Ganga system. The Ganga has twin sources. The main source is Gangotri Glacier, where it is called the Bhagirathi. The other is the Satponath Glacier towards the northwest of Badrinath, where it is called the Alaknanda. The two join at Devprayag to form the Ganga river that emerges from the hills of Haridwar. The Ganga is joined by a large number of tributaries. A majority of them originate in the Himalayan ranges, but some of them have their sources in the peninsular plateau. So, this Ganga has twin sources. This Ganga river has twin sources. So, the two twin sources are glaciers only. So, in that two glaciers, the main source of Ganga is Gangotri Glacier. It is in the Bhagirathi, where it is called Gangotri Glacier, where it is also called as Bhagirathi. So, the main source of Ganga is Gangotri Glacier, where it is also called the Bhagirathi. And the other is the Satopant Glacier towards the northwest of Badrinath, where it is called the Alkananda. So, this Satopant Glacier is also called as Alaknanda. So, these two join at Devaprayaga to form the Ganga river. So, that emerges from the hills of Haridwar. So, the Ganga is joined by a large number of tributaries. So, a major of them originated in Himalayan ranges, but some of them have their sources in the peninsular plateau. The Brahmaputra system. The Brahmaputra, known as the Sangpo in Tibet, rises from the snout of the Chimayung Dung Glacier of the Kailas range near Manasarovar. It flows eastwards through southern Tibet near Lordzong. It opens out into a wide navigable channel for about 640 kilometers. Thereafter, the river breaks through a succession of rapids. It enters in a great loop southwest through Arunachal Pradesh in India, first as the Sang and then as the Diang, emerging into the Assam Valley. It is joined by two tributaries, the Dibang and the Lohit. From here, the river is known as the Brahmaputra. So, what about the Brahmaputra here? The Brahmaputra rises from the snout of the Chimayongdung Glacier, where it is in Kailash ranges near Manasarovar. So, it flows eastwards through southern Tibet near Lordzong. It opens out into a wide navigable channel for about 640 kilometers, and thereafter the river breaks through a succession of rapids and it enters in a great loop southwest through Arunachal Pradesh. So, this Brahmaputra enters India from Arunachal Pradesh in India, first as the Siang and then as the Dihang, then emerging into the Assam Valley. It is joined by two tributaries. What are they? The Bang and the Lohit. So, from here the river is known as the Brahmaputra. So, from the Assam Valley, this river is known as Brahmaputra. So, I hope you have understood the lesson till here. We'll be continuing the remaining part of the lesson in our next session. Thank you. Have a good day.